Hello viewers and welcome to AIL TV. I am here to talk about immigration law because we know that there are lots of our viewers out there who are affected by immigration issues. My name is Primerose Chiguri. I am a solicitor and I hope to be able to share some information that you might find useful if you are navigating the UK immigration system. So we have Brexit coming. And with Brexit, we know that we are going to have a new system of immigration control. So if you are currently going through the system or you are preparing to put in an application to the Home Office in the next few months or maybe next year, just be mindful of the fact that there's going to be some significant changes in immigration law after Brexit. We've already been informed by the Home Office that they are currently working on a new system of immigration control that will apply after Brexit. We have been informed that we'll get an indication of what kind of system will be in place sometime next year. Probably in the spring of 2018, we'll have an idea. So it's good to watch out for the changes that are coming through, because if you are planning on applying or you have family members who are planning on applying in the future, they might be affected by the new system. So from 2018, we definitely know that we will have the new system of immigration coming through, although obviously it will apply after 2019. So if you are planning on making an application in the future, or you have family members in the UK or abroad who are planning on applying in the future, it is good to keep up with the changes. But already we know that for those who are already in the UK, who are EU nationals, who are living here lawfully, they will have to apply for the new settled status. Okay, just to put you at ease, for those of you who are in that situation, who are EU nationals and are panicking about what's going to happen to them, it's not going to be a significant change. The Home Office has promised that they will try as much as possible and preserve the status that you have. But you still need to apply for some form of status when the UK leaves the EU. There will be a 2-year transitional period during which you will have to switch to the new form of status. So whatever you have now, come March 2019, you will have to apply for the new status. So you will have 2 years from March 2019 to apply to switch to the new status. What we have been informed by the Home Office is that it will be a straightforward process to save you the hassle. If you're already living here as an EU national or a family member of an EU national, it's not going to be a strenuous application. It's going to be something which is very straightforward, which can easily be done, and it won't be expensive. So at least they are prepared to do that for EU nationals, to just preserve their status in the UK. But for those who are coming into the UK after March 2019, obviously there'll be a new system and no one knows what that looks like. Your guess is as good as mine, so it's good to just keep watching the news to keep up to date with what that new system will be like. Chances are we will get an idea in the spring of 2018 about this new system. So stay tuned in here on AIL TV, because we will be talking about that new system of immigration to make sure that our viewers out there are ready for the new system and they won't get caught out. But for everybody else, there are many other changes that are happening. If you are applying for leave to remain in the UK, you need to be aware that there are no more appeal rights. Okay, most of the appeal rights have been done away with unless you are making a human rights application. And it's not just that you are making a human rights application. You also have to show that there will be serious irreversible harm if you're not granted a right of appeal for you to appeal against a Home Office decision whilst you are in the UK. The rules now are that you leave first and you appeal from your country of origin. You don't wait here and go through the appeal system. That is the new system. But if you have made a human rights application and you think that there will be serious irreversible harm if you're not allowed to go through the appeals process whilst you are in the UK, you might get a right of appeal. But just to warn those of you who are applying to the Home Office, what we've noticed in the last few months is they're refusing applications without a right of appeal and giving people 7 days within which to leave the country. Please note that actually you have 14 days within which to leave. That is the window period. In order to avoid overstaying, you have a window period of 14 days to leave the country before you become an overstayer. Previously, it used to be 28 days after you are refused. You would have 28 days to either leave the country or apply again. But last year that changed. The immigration rules cut the time short to just 14 days. If you don't leave within the 14 days and you stay longer, you officially become an overstayer. And that is something that we advise people to avoid. Avoid becoming an overstayer, because nowadays it's easy for the Home Office to remove overstayers because of the enhanced removal process. The Home Office now has so many powers when it comes to overstayers. They can literally remove an overstayer so quickly, so much that sometimes there isn't even an opportunity for an overstayer to challenge their removal from the UK. We have also seen that some people are being removed from the UK unlawfully. When I say unlawfully, I'm saying whilst they have an application pending at the Home Office. We have seen some people removed from the UK under those circumstances. If you are in that situation, you need to challenge that decision. Once you are removed, you might still be able to challenge that decision to remove you whilst you have a pending application. And in those circumstances, the Home Office might be ordered to bring you back to the UK if we can establish that you've been removed from the UK unlawfully. We do not have much time to get into detail about the changes, which are many. So stay tuned in for future programs. We will talk about the other changes that are happening in immigration to keep you viewers in the know. Thank you for tuning in. Goodbye.